Good morning, and welcome to my Monday messages. And today, in my thoughts is the fact that this Sunday is Mothering Sunday, and I wanted to just touch in on that because mothering is another wonderful female or feminine energy attribute, if you like, and just another lovely way to celebrate parts of us as women. And coming on the back of International Women's Day, how lovely to have another opportunity to look at ourselves as women and investigate our relationship with mothering. So that's what I wanted to actually focus on this week or today, is just to have a think about what does Mothering Sunday bring up for you, perhaps? What does mothering mean to you? In its most literal sense, obviously, it's about the creation of life, and the dictionary definition would be more about the caring and protecting of children or of other people, and that being an aspect of mothering. And I'm also aware that not all of us may have had incredibly nurturing experiences from our mothers, or should I say unconditional nurturing experiences from our mothers. My own wonderful, awesome mother, who has long since passed, a couple of decades ago, she died from dementia, a very cruel form of dementia. Not that any of it's kind. But for me, the kind of inevitable conclusion coming on from a very traumatic early start in life and an almost complete absence of nurturing, unconditional mothering in her own life. And my own experience of my relationship with her was that she was not able to, good morning, Gronia, thanks for joining me. She was not able to mother me in a way that I needed. And I spent, because she had no mothering herself, so she had no model. So I spent years being really, really angry with her for that, and focusing almost exclusively, when I thought of my relationship with my mother, on what was lacking, what was missing. And it wasn't until I realised that was actually not serving me, and was actually impacting on many other areas of my life, including other very important relationships in my life. That I was able to actually turn that around, and to, instead of focusing on what was missing, focusing on what I had actually gained from my relationship with her. And I have gained many, many things. I have gained creativity, incredibly strong values, persistence, resilience, and also from the feelings that I had when I was feeling that lack of nurturing, and when I was experiencing my own mother's feelings at the time, because she was a very volatile character and very angry a lot of the time. I chose to go into a very kind of hyper-vigilant state. So I was constantly watching and observing and waiting for that moment when there might be another eruption, and that I would have to do something to keep myself safe. And whilst that's not obviously a healthy state to be resting in, there is no rest in it, that's not a healthy state to be in permanently, it does actually, it's given me some very valuable tools these days. Gronia, you're saying my mother died when I was 16. Oh, that's sad, Gronia. And I'm sure that you have learnt much from her. And from my own experience, my mother gave me a lot of skills consciously, but she also gave me a lot of skills unconsciously. And that's what I'm looking to encourage this week, really, is to think about, when you're thinking about your own mother, thinking about what feelings come up. Whatever your experience was, you will have gained some wisdom, some tool, some insight from the feelings that you felt at the time. So I'm not asking what was positive about what you experienced necessarily. I'm asking what was about focusing on what insight or skills or tools have come from the feelings that you felt around that experience, because there will be some. In my own case, that hypervigilance I mentioned is really, really useful in my own practice with clients. It makes me extremely empathetic. It makes me able to listen and observe at a very deep level and to feel the energy of somebody. And I'm absolutely sure that without those skills, I wouldn't be the practitioner that I am today. So I'm really grateful for having had that experience and to have learnt from it. So that's what I wanted to encourage, really, is just to do a little bit of an audit, I suppose, an assessment of what your own relationship is or was with your mother, whether she is still with you or perhaps not with you, as is in the case with you, Grania, and to celebrate anything positive that may have come out of your feelings around that experience. Even in the passing of our mothers, there are positives that have come out of that, as well as obviously sadness and anything else, any other emotions. But being able to access those feelings and to perhaps loosen the grip that any negative feelings, any focus on what perhaps was missing or has been missing perhaps since a mother has passed away, can mean that we are still tethered to the past and that we are still very much in the energy of lack, rather than being able to celebrate what in fact we have gained from it. So that's what I'm inviting you to do this week, is to just have a look at that and ask yourself those questions. And I've put 3 of the questions in the post with this video. And if that brings up issues for you that you feel that you'd like to explore further, then do click on the link with this video and you can see about whether I might be a choice for you in that work, in that exploration. And if you want to go further, you could book a free call with me and we can have a chat about that. So that's pretty much it. Enjoy celebrating Mothering Sunday, whatever that means for you, and especially if when you have done that little exploration, you can come out and understand that we can all mother ourselves. So what a skill that is. That resource is within all of us, that we have learnings that enable us to take care of ourselves, to protect ourselves and to nurture ourselves whenever we want to access them. So I'll leave you with that thought. And thank you so much for joining me. And if you are joining me by watching the replay, then just pop your questions in, pop your comments in. You're more than welcome. And yeah, thank you very much. Have a great week. Bye.